What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Libra Sun Sign friends. If you were born between the dates of September 23rd and October 22nd, then you are a Libra Sun Sign, and this video is for you. Today we're going to be getting to the bottom, to the reasons behind worry and stress in the lives of Libras. We all have worry and stress in our lives, and some of us have so much worry and stress, and we've had it for so long that we think that that's part of being human. That all humans have worry and stress, but that is not true. That's a lie. Worry and stress is a decision that you've made, and just as easily as you made that decision to have worry and stress in your life, you can decide not to. And that's what this spread is designed to do, to help you find the reasons why you decided to have worry and stress in your life and hopefully move forward through healing. We're going to be using the MacLeod Tarot for this reading. This is a post-apocalyptic themed deck. I did a deck review on it if you want to go check that out. We're also going to use the Mortem Oraculum Oracle deck to get to the root bottom issue, the shadow side of your issue. And we're also going to be using the crystal reading cards to figure out what kind of healing energy you can focus on to help you heal through these reasons for worry and stress in your life. So those are our decks. So if you would, please give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards a question. What is the reason behind worry and stress in the lives of Libra Sun Signs? Okay, that should do it. This is a 3-card reading. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to ask the Mortem Oraculum, what is the shadow issue at play here behind the reasons for worry and stress for Libra Sun Signs? What is the shadow issue behind worry and stress in the lives of Libras? Okay. Mortem Oraculum. Now we're going to go to crystal reading cards. What healing energy can Libras use to move forward past worry and stress? What are the healing energies for Libras at this time? Alright. Very good. We've done it. Yes. Alright. So what we're going to do is take a look at these tarot cards first and then go check out the oracle cards. The first tarot card we're going to check out is the middle one. And this card represents the heart of the matter. It's upside down. Okay. I don't read reversals, but the reasons behind worry and stress. Are these all reversed? Yeah, they are. I got my deck upside down. It's all good. Don't read reversals, so we're going to go with the upright meanings. And we've got the King of Wands. Huh, interesting. I'm going to get a clarifier card. Whenever I get a court card in this position, I need a clarifier just to see what about the King of Wands. So give me a moment. We're using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart to get a clarification on the Knight of Wands. King of Wands, excuse me. Change your focus. Alright, let me go into this card for a moment. Just give me a second here. I'm getting the feeling here, Libras, that a lot of you are focused on something that is not serving you. And not only are you focused on it, you're putting a lot of action towards it. And immediately, my gut impulse is that for most of you, this might be like a job that you're working at, that you're not 100%, your soul's not behind it. Now this is a general reading, and this is going to apply to a lot of you in different ways. So figure out what these cards mean for you. It might not necessarily be a job, but something that you're putting a lot of energy into and you're super focused on is not serving you. It's not for the highest good. It's not in alignment with your life's path. Is the feeling I'm getting from this card, and that's seems to be a cause or a reason for worry and stress in your life, Libras. Just not being in alignment with your true highest good, your higher self. It's causing you, and you're putting a lot of energy into it. is the thing. So I'm not saying that this energy is wasted, because I mean there's a lesson to be learned behind all this, but you're putting a lot of energy into something that you're probably not going to be 100% committed to in the future, because it's not true to your true nature. Does that make sense? Am I making sense here? If I'm not making sense, put comments in the comment section, ask me to clarify, and I can get down to the bottom of it. But that's kind of the gist of what I'm saying here, of what I'm seeing from these cards. So we'll see what the other cards have to say. Maybe it'll become clear. So this card here represents what you need to let go of at this time to bring more healing into your life. And we've got Temperance. That's an odd card. I'm getting the sense here that a lot of you are going out of your way. You're really stretching yourself thin in order to make things work. That you're trying to keep things balanced, but it's costing you, maybe emotionally for some of you. Maybe it's costing you physically for some of you, even. Like you're exhausted physically or emotionally. So that's kind of that's the feeling I'm getting from this card, that you need to let go of the idea that you're doing something that is not in alignment with your purpose, yet you're still trying to make it work. And I think this card is saying that you need to just allow and realize that if you're working towards making something work that is not in alignment with your higher self, you're expending energy that you shouldn't be wasting. You're using time that you could be placing into some other better aspect. So rather than trying to make something that obviously doesn't work, why don't you spend your energy trying to figure out what does work? Huh? Is that resonating? I know this reading's not going to resonate with everyone, but if it makes sense to you, then let's keep going. All right, this card here represents actions you can take to improve the situation. And we've got the Knight of Swords. Okay. This card is telling me that you got to change the way you think about things. And I think this goes back to what I just said about the Temperance card. Like, if you think it's a good idea to make something that clearly doesn't work, I mean, that's something that's in your ego mind, that's in your logic brain, is telling you that you should do this, okay? While your heart would say, follow what feels right. And if that thing doesn't feel right, why are you trying to make it work? So obviously you're not following your heart here. I think you're following your logic, your ego, a little bit too much. And your ego needs to move. It needs to change. It needs there needs to be some change here, some motion in a different direction as far as the way you think about things. So the way you're thinking about whatever it is that is not working needs to shift. And that's the action you can take, is start to proactively shift the way you think about it. Keep telling yourself, why am I doing something that doesn't serve me? Why am I doing something that's not for my highest good? And I think that's one way to help shift the way your mind works. I don't know if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, let me know, okay? But that's kind of the gist of what I'm getting here, is that you're focused on something that's not working. You're really stretching yourself thin trying to make it work. And what you need to do is change the way you think about this thing and see it for what it truly is. Okay, let's check out the Mortimer column. We asked, what shadow issues are at play with this issue? Wow, this card keeps coming up. We got Instinct, and I think basically what I've said every time this card comes up, and I'm getting that now, is that this is just your instinct. This is the way you do things. This is just the way you've been programmed, possibly. And when we think of the word instinct, we think of you're born with it, but I don't think that's true. I think your instinct when you're born is to follow your heart. I think what we do as we grow up is we learn to use our logic, ego mind. And we learn to depend on our ego mind to the point where our heart is not even our concern. Our emotions aren't really our concern. Emotions are just like annoyances in the background, right? It's our ego logic mind that makes us humans, blah, blah, blah. These are lies. Okay? These are fabrications. And I think you've been taught to focus on the ego mind. But, and that's your instinct now. But your true instinct, your truest instinct is to follow your heart, follow your emotions. Those are the guiding principles that are going to take you to where you're supposed to be going. The logic ego mind is going to take you off track totally, because it's been implanted in you by society, and society has ulterior motives because it wants to use you as a battery. It wants you to spend your whole life working at something that is not in alignment, just so you can make money, just so you can be a 40% revenue to the government. So you can pay 40% of all your hard work that you didn't want to be doing in the first place, pay it to the government, and you become a battery. So that's why society kind of frames us and it programs us to think this particular way, but it's hurting you. It's causing stress. You're not doing what you came to this planet to do. If this resonates with you. If it doesn't, then forget it. You know, you're okay. And so, but if this does resonate you, I do feel as though that's what's going on here. It's causing some worry and stress. So, you got to change your instinct, change the way you were programmed, and you know, this Knight of Swords is here to shift your way of thinking, to move it in a different direction. All right. Lastly, what healing energy can we focus on to bring healing to you? We've got red jasper, healthy boundaries. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think that's what you need to do. I think you need to set some boundaries for yourself, right? There's no boundaries here. You're trying to make a square peg fit into a triangle hole, and you know, you haven't set those boundaries where, you know, I'm not going to put triangles into squares or squares into triangles. You know, I'm going to do things only that make me feel good. And that's not selfish. You have to feel good so that you can help other people. You're not going to help other people if you're killing yourself over something you don't want to even be doing. You're just going to spread more negative energy to others. So if you got to find your boundaries and set some goals that are within those boundaries that keep you on track and on pace. And you know, the best way you're going to do that is shift the way you think and move towards more of a heart-based perspective. If you're called to use red jasper or any other kind of jaspers, then I think they will be beneficial to you. I think that's why it showed up here today. Get grounded, get rooted, and that's what the red jasper will help you to do as well, and help you to set boundaries, realistic boundaries in this 3D physical earth realm that are in alignment with your spiritual side. Does that make sense? All right, that was a general reading for a lot of you. Okay, Libra friends, if you want a more specific reading tailored just for you, then head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description below. We can do any number of readings to get to the bottom of your issues. We can even do this reading for you. It falls under the 3-card reading category, so it's one of the it is the cheapest reading that you can get. So if you want this reading, by all means, you're free to do that. I'd appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a like. It lets me know you enjoyed it, got something out of it, so I'd appreciate that as well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, want me to you know, go into detail on any of these cards, or, you know, analyze it, then put those in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the videos I release. You don't want to miss out. Trust me on that. All right, Libra friends, your focus is kind of in the wrong place, it seems like, and you're putting a lot of energy towards it. But in order to make the shift towards positivity, towards your highest goals, it takes a very little energy, and it just takes a logical shift, and that's all. So you can do this. It's in you. You got this, Libra friends. I wish you luck. I hope, I wish nothing but the best for you, Libra friends. So leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.